Well, welcome back to Rough Restos, and today it's starting. So, some of you may have seen the start of the quick build, and obviously parts of my old actual first 25 turbo build. Now it's been on the road for a little while. I've used it in between the Range Rovers, and it's good. I like it, and I need it for a road trip in August. But it's not very pretty at the minute, is it? I like cars to be a bit shiny and pretty. So I've got some deadlines, some very big deadlines. So we're now like 10 o'clock Saturday, and I've only got today to work on it. And then come next week, we got the Queen's Jubilee stuff, so I've got the Thursday, Friday and Saturday then as well. And ideally, by the end of that weekend, I want it in paint. Which is probably easier said than done, especially when I'm doing the whole engine bay and everything as well. And I want to do the roof black, and there's dents over it, rust. I've got to weld in a new rear valance on it. Obviously strip the whole car down. Got new wings to trial fit and go on, new front valance. And I ain't got much time to do it, to be fair. So this could be interesting. I'll see what can happen here. Now I don't have to be done by the end next weekend, but that was kind of my goal really, because there's more than just there's the paint side of things to do, but then there's also an interior, because at the minute he's not really got much of an interior, and what it has got is awful. And I had not a bad interior on my last one, so I do plan on building a sort of Mark 5, Mark 6 GTI tartan kind of interior into it. Obviously Mark 2 dash and all that, because I like that, but seats and that's so much comfier, even better if they're heated. But that needs to happen after the paint, obviously, and the whole car has to be done by beginning of August, and that's including like installing central locking. Yeah, I'll be putting a whole lot back in it, sort of central locking, the sound systems, everything I can imagine, put back into it again, electric windows, a lot. So mechanically, it's fine. That's all been done. Bar obviously taking out the engine again now. There. So all this is going to come back out. Great. I am half tempted, to be fair, to leave the engine in and just do the outside for now, but I'm not sure. I'll see. I've got to have a quick think on that one, because it's a lot of work to remove all that. And I would probably prefer to have an interior overhead painted engine bay for the road trip, but we'll see in a minute. So either way, I'm going to get cracking and start prepping, start ripping out the wings. These are going to be a pig, because they've got the bolts in the inner wings and they are so covered in underseal I cannot actually find the bolts. So I might end up actually just taking the plasma cutter through the wing to get me good access straight in there to find them. And also with this, all these plastic trims are being painted. Not colour coded, they'll be done satin black in proper 2K satin paint and adhesion promoter. Bumpers will get painted and replaced, front grille's getting replaced because it's the early one and it's obviously a later car, so I prefer the later one. I've got my work cut out, really, so I best stop yapping and actually get on with it. Right, as you might see, things have slightly moved on. By slightly, massively. I got a bit carried away and I stripped more than I intended to, but it's going to make things easier in the grand scheme of things, and obviously the interior needs to be done, so the less that's in there the better, really. So doors are off, all the bits stripped out the doors, all the regulators off, glass out, the whole lot, all the trim off. Same with the tailgate, all stripped, ready to go. So that's now ready to prep. Bonnet's off, stripped again, ready to prep. End up taking the sunroof out because I need to, I ideally want to get painting underneath the sunroof, and I'll need to sandblast and properly prime and paint all the aluminium on the sunroof. So that can be done properly without the car, makes life easier. Inside wise, I just have to mask up the dash, seats, and then bits and bobs. And then I don't need to mask up the windows or doors because there's nothing the overspray is going to affect in here, is there? So that's going to make life a bit easier as well. It's nice. So next on the list now, and we even got the gutter trims off, like in one really good piece. So we smashed that, which is nice. So now it's just going to leave really, and latest is I'm going to leave the engine in for now. So I'm going to paint the rest of it with the engine still in place, unpainted, and then come back to that if I have time before August, if not after August. So that's going to be the safest bet, I think. But anyway, car needs to get up in the air now. Need bumpers removed. I want to change the wheels, ideally for the ones that are like not good, so prep ones. Trims need to come off. Need to treat any rust, and I need to weld in that rear panel and remove part of the exhaust there. So get on with that, and ideally the end of this video I should have all these panels in epoxy primer and any rust on the car treated in epoxy or ready for epoxy, so that leaves me in a good position for next weekend to crack it on, because it's going to be a bit of a tight one, and especially with painting the roof and the body a different colour, it means I need to paint them in 2 separate stages, but to do that I need time between them. So on that note, this roof needs to be painted next Thursday. It needs to get painted on a Thursday, so I can move on, prep the panels, and be getting ready to paint the rest of the shell and the panels on the Saturday, at least. So I got plenty to do. I best get cracking. Well, things have progressed a bit. Didn't do a whole lot of recording, but rear panel's now in, bottom very straight. Had a few issues, had to cut the panel, make it all fit there. So didn't aim for perfection, just went for, better than nothing. And put some stone chip on it, but the stone chip is very textured, very textured. So not ideal, but again, it's only stone chip, so yeah, it's the back of the car. I'm not aiming for perfection. So that's the main thing with this car, is not doing perfection, just want it to be presentable. So that's all done. I've rust treated various other parts on the car, put PR15 up in behind the arch lips, all heard a sound, just thought I would clean them out and do it just as an extra precaution. So they've got PR15 going in underneath the paint and such. Welded in some parts where are rusty on the lips of the seals, so welded in 2 sections like that. Yeah, treated any other little bits of rust I could find. Cleaned some bits up. So now what I've done is I've quickly gone round and just scuffed up anywhere with 80 grit where there's little dents. So what I'm going to do now is put some filler in it and then call it a day, because the panel, as you can see, or you might be able to see with the light, none of them are completely straight. Now I think they come out the factory like that as it is anyway, so to make them straight would be a lot of work, which I am not going into, but I don't want any dents in them, because because that'd be shit. So yeah, next task now is going to be just to put some filler in these dents and then call it a day for now, I think, until next time. So yeah, there's no point me boring you with that part. You'll see it anyway in the next video if you're around to watch it. So yeah, I've been Jordan. If you happen to like this video, then why not follow the build? There's plenty of previous videos on this when I was building it quickly. There'll be plenty more videos coming up as I continue to respray it and put it back together again, plus all the extras, modifications to it and all that bits and bobs. And obviously there's millions of other projects on the channel. So there's the original videos of my first Mark II 20 valve turbo build. There's the Turbotechnics Range Rover, the Capri, the L322, and just, yeah, loads of random crap. So yeah, if you happen to have liked it, then why not drop the video a like, give me a comment what you think, subscribe for more, and hope I'll see you again next time. Cheers!